Well, let's take this conversation further here on RT International now with Adriel KASONTA, a political risk consultant and lawyer, joining us live for this breaking news story. Adriel, it's great to get you on so quickly. Just bear with me, if I may, because on Monday, the ICC declassified this arrest warrant for this Philippines senator for allegedly committing crimes against humanity. I understand he was part of the Duterte administration a few years ago when they carried out a war on drugs that was, frankly, successful. Although the ICC and certain Western players looked at it in a very negative light. What can you tell us about what we're seeing right now in real time in Manila?
Thank you. I think that we all know that the ICC is a neo-colonial tool to suppress so-called autocratic regimes labeled by the Western governments, surprisingly only in global southern regions like Latin America, Africa, Middle East, and etc. So what we are seeing now, we are seeing that the selective application of international justice system by ICC, because on the one hand we see, well, rightly or not rightly so, ICC executing its mandate to prosecute people who allegedly commit crimes against the humanity, but in one region. But on the other hand, we see, for instance, United States committing the crimes against the humanity far away from its own country, and not being also measured by the same stick, legally speaking. So we have some sort of legal cognitive dissonance when we see this kind of actions aimed at one country or people from a particular region and not otherwise. So it is very disturbing and upsetting for me as a lawyer, personally speaking.
Yeah, well said, Adriel. I mean, you know, a lot of people have said for some time the ICC has been politicized. And if you just briefly go back to the genocidal Israeli war on the Palestinians in Gaza and the broader region, when the ICC tried to make moves to prosecute Netanyahu and America sanctioned the judges on the ICC. Some of them were fired. Some of them had their friends and family threatened by the ICC, by America and by Israel, when they're just doing the right job on trying to be a judge, trying to look for justice in the world. So my point is this: the warrant issued to this Senator De La Rosa, it's using the whole same war on drugs pretext, and that allowed the ICC to take the former Filipino president Duterte into custody. The US had its war on drugs going all the way back to Ronald Reagan, and of course you've had your war on terror, blah, blah, blah. I mean, is there a set of double standards that we're seeing here, Adriel?
Of course we see a double standard. I mean, clearly we see a double standard, least alone the case of Israel, as you rightly said, and how the media is reporting about what Israel is doing or what Benjamin Netanyahu is doing, and on the other hand, how they are reporting, for instance, Russian actions in Ukraine, and how they refer to President Vladimir Putin. And many people, and independent observers, they see this, ordinary citizens, that the language is not the same. So for some reason, some people, some countries, like in this famous book, George Orwell, are more equal than others. And apparently Israel and America are more equals than others, which leads us to the ICC actions currently, because this is visibly a mockery of the international legal system, as we see before our own eyes. But it is directly related to the shifts in the global international order, and what we are seeing now is just the part of this tectonic shifts that are taking place before our own eyes.
Yeah, I think you make a very, very good point there, that we are, I mean, you know, living during a time when we're seeing essentially the infrastructure, the template of the world governance shifting eastwards, whether it's financial, whether it's political, whether it's moral. We're seeing so many changes in the world today. Adriel KASONTA, political risk consultant and lawyer, joining us for commentary on this breaking news story. Many thanks for your time today.